Okay, 4.6 notes are what I'm on right now. There's only 3 practice problems to do. You can just watch, or you can do them with me if you want to. So what we're changing now in this level is we're going to have some horizontal shifts. So we still have our amplitude, a negative if it's reflected. We have our midline or our vertical shift. We have our period changing, that's our B. And we have this minus an H value, which shifts it left to right. So looking at just the dashed function, I want to find the middle. We go minimum 2, maximum 4, so in between that would be 3. Then the amplitude would only be 1. Okay, and I'm doing a cosine graph. And so I don't like how this time on the y-axis, look how I'm starting at its middle. So this is actually a sine function going middle, high, middle, low, middle. So what's happened is they've taken this graph and somehow shifted it left or right. So for cosine, let's find the high point. First would be here. So we're going high, middle, high. So one cycle actually goes from here to here. And to find how long that runs, we're going to have to subtract 15 pi minus 3 pi. To find how much distance that actually is. So 15 pi minus 3 pi is 12 pi. Okay, but remember we need to take 2 pi, the normal cycle length, divided by 12 pi. Pi's cancel, 2/12 becomes 1/6. So I'm going to put that in right here and try it. I do those 3 things first, then it's really easy for me to see how to shift it. So imagine taking this black peak right here and I want to shift it to the right so that it matches up with this dashed. So what's happened is it's taking this and it's shifting it right 1 box. So you need to look down here and see, well, how much is 1 box? It's 3 pi. So we'll try it, see how it moves it to the right a box. And then this would be the function. So we need to know later on when we go to graph equations like this that if it's x minus a number, it actually shifts it to the right. If it's x plus a number, it actually goes to the left. So there's that one. Okay, let's try number 2. Okay, look at the dashed function. Find the midline from -4 to 2. Looks like -1 would be in the middle. From -1 up to 2 would be 3 units. And they don't ever want us to make this a negative. See how it says use a positive coefficient? On cosine, never make this a negative. Okay, so then let's find one cosine cycle. It starts with a high point. I don't really like starting at this one because then I can't see where the second high one is, so let's go from here to here. This is at -5 pi over 6. And then it goes back up at 5 pi over 2. So we need to find what distance that is. And this is where it gets kind of tricky. So you're really subtracting. You're doing 5 pi over 2 minus a negative 5 pi over 6. So that turns into a positive. You could also think about this is an absolute value or distance of 5 pi over 6, so adding that to 5 pi over 2, same thing. To add, we have to have a common denominator, so I'll make them both out of 6's. Let's take this times 3, this times 3. That would be 15 pi over 6. Add 15 and 5, that'd be 20 pi over 6. Simplify by dividing out of 2, that'd be 10 pi over 3. Okay, but that was just finding how long one cycle is. I need to take 2 pi divided by that, which remember all times the reciprocal of 3 over 10 pi. Pi's cross cancel, 2/10 simplifies to 1/5. Multiply straight across, I get 3/5. So that is my B value that goes in here. Let's try it all. Okay, and then I can see this peak right here. I could go to the right, or I could even shift it back 1 box. So if I'm going back, I need to put in -5 pi over 6. So I could try it that way. Okay, and there's one more. Looking at the dashed, it looks like the midline would be 4. Looks like the amplitude is just 1. Remember, I can't make that negative. I need to find one cycle of the sine graph. It starts in the middle. So let's go here. Middle, low, middle, high, middle. So we need to take 15 pi over 8 minus 3 pi over 8. To find the displacement is really what that's called, the difference between those intervals. Middle to middle. 15 minus 3 would be 12 pi over 8. Divide out of 4. So that'd be 3 pi over 2. We take 2 pi divided by that, or times the reciprocal, which is 2 over 3 pi. Pi's would cancel. Multiply straight across to get 4/3. Okay, let's try it all. Then all I have to do is take this. I could go 1, 2, 3 boxes to the right, but I really like going 1 box to the left, and my boxes go by 3 pi over 8, so I need to go minus a 3 pi over 8 to make it go to the left. And that's it.